about what you want. We got gold and silver, seems everyone's a winner. It's so elementary. You get one free entry. Every single rifle make your collection dazzle. TGBCHraffle.com. TGBCHraffle.com.
I'm playing about with it. I'm trying to work out how to use this TikTok to do my editing. Not easy, is it? At the moment, I've just given myself a pair of blue lips. Not quite getting the hang of it, but we'll just have to keep trying. Hello, Chris. Hello, Lorna. And David Reynolds, thank you very much. Lorna, yes, she's there. Stuart Scholes. And I'm feeling lots better. Hopefully, Lorna's feeling lots better. Eddie Beck's there. Andy B. Derek Clark. Andy Walton. Wednesday's first prize. Choice of silver proof from a list. Now, I give you a list. You choose a silver proof. And I know it's a bit, you know, the new George's draw, etc., is a little bit taking some getting used to, but it's well worth it, let me tell you. Absolutely well worth it. Okay then, so we'll fire off and see who that first winner is. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, so I have to add now. Just remember, someone took out a subscription. Subscribers. And I haven't added them. No, that's not it. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be? Oh, is it Val Clark or Mick? Oh, Mick Smith's just pinched it. A bugger. It's the wrong list. Pardon me. Four, so that turned into the 10. Now I've updated the choice of silver. Yeah. Val Clark. I thought Jaws was back. Well, it has a thing on there for teeth, button for teeth. So I pressed it, and I was going like that to see if it did anything. I couldn't see what it did. Whereas when I pressed on the blue lips, got that double. When I pressed on the blue lips, it gave me blue lips. Third prize. Derek Clark. £85 bonus. Well done there, Derek. Right, first off is the Pooh and Friends, 50p. Chrissy Cross. Well done, Chrissy. Next up, celebrating 50 years of the 50p set. Colin Ritchie. Marconi Penguin now. Weymouth Food Bank. Thank you very much. On behalf of Weymouth Food Bank, where's their list? I need to write a better list out, actually. Weymouth Food Bank, 2018. Lorna Jones. That's anjessup.co.uk. Four times vintage prints. That's the one a couple of people want to land on. That's the one a couple of people want to land on with their double, with their doubles. Did you get an Alan Turing coin for yourself this week? If so, which ones? No, I haven't got mine yet. AJ. I will get it when we get ours. We haven't got ours yet. Have you got one? Just got the notification for the Alexander Graham Bell package coming out. Oh, it's not going to be in there. It's a different one. Alexander Graham Bell. Dum, 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 dum. I got to be you. Okay. I didn't see what that landed on. Was it a date run? Thank you. Date run. And you say that's Michael's double up, is it? So it is. Put that down as ×2. Gary Hoskin. So what are we coming out with? We've got the it's gone even smaller. £10 for pence. Don't know if that's me that's just done that. Is that me that's just done that, or is that you? Remove from stream, solo layout. I don't know what that means. It just shrunk down into 2 little pictures on the screen. Aha, now we're back. And I didn't know if I'd leant on my keyboard and done something. So what are they releasing it in? BU, silver, silver P-Fault, and a gold. That's it. That's all they're putting out to the dealers. To trade. Just the 5 quart, just the 4. Just the 4 they're putting out to trade. They might be doing other stuff, but that's all. You must have. Yeah, I wonder if I didn't just hit something on the keyboard and knock it off. A bit of paper. Let me do that. I want that on this one. Stuart Skulls. I've updated the George and Hector subscription pages. Date run. So now on the subscription page itself, it shows that £1 an entry, and the subscription is now for 2 entries. So £1 an entry, the subscription should be £24, but it's £16.50 a month. Because at £1 an entry, that would be £24 a month. But if you have it on subscription, it's £16.50. So you save £7.50 bundle for Stuart. And if you have the yearly one, 2 entries at £1 each in every draw is £288 a year, Geoffrey Brinklow. And you get that for 198. So essentially what I've done is I've reconfigured it to fit around the existing subscription prices so that we are not interfering with, upsetting, nor mucking about the people that have actually taken out a subscription. Otherwise I'd have to get them to cancel it, retake out another one, and don't want to do that. So I've built the new one around the old subscription price. One moves forwards. Me and Chris were just talking about that earlier. £25 prize competition. What does that mean? I don't remember putting that up there. What's that? £25. Do you reckon that would be, what do you reckon that is then? Is that, oh, is that because you've renamed raffle credit to prize competition credit? Got ya. Which, if anybody's got £25 raffle credit, I will obviously, it now is £25 prize competition credit. I'm with you, Chris. £25. What's Geoffrey's thing? Geoffrey, sheet of coins. So that's it. £25. PCC, prize competition credit. Got ya. Good thinking, Batman. Where's the cones? And that's bundle 9 in front on the screen now on the ticker tape. So you will get a 24 karat gold plated Team GB Snowman and a TGBCH Team GB. Although the TGBCH Team GB is not gold plated. It's just enamelled. But the other two are gold plated. 24 karat gold plated. 10 random coins. 10 times coins. A new prize is going to be added to the wheel, which is an uncirculated $1 bill. And if you happen to win that, and you happen to win that on a multiplication wheel or a double up Friday or whatever it might be, or we get 3 of them or whatever, or more, then I will do my best to make them all consecutive. So that if, say, you win 5 times an uncirculated dollar bill, what I'll send you is a consecutive run of 5 $1 bills, which sort of adds to the value a bit when you can get them like that. Stuart Scholes. All Alan Turing coins available at the mint, including gold. Yes, they are all still available at the mint. If you've been thinking of getting one, and you want to get one from the mint, they have got some available. And I think the mintage is 3,000. on Alan Turing, which is information I couldn't give you before. Club 100 coin. Stuart Skulls. Club 100. Let's have a little look. If we can't find him. Graham Bell. Alan Turing. Let's just check this. Wheel. Bundle. So the number of silver proofs, maximum coin mintage, Scott Donaldson. 3,210 is the maximum coin mintage of the silver proof. For the Peatful, the maximum coin mintage is 1,510. And for the gold proof, maximum coin mintage is 210. How does that fare with the Alexander Graham Bell? Okay, okay. Times the number of people watching times 2. Scott Donaldson, he swaps for £25 anyway. Times 2 is 50. And what's his 50? There we go. The Alexander Graham Bell on the it's interesting. Derek Clark, the Alexander Graham Bell, there are less silver proofs. There are less Peatful silvers, but strangely, there are more gold than the Turing. I think I can say that without getting into trouble, because I'm not telling you how many there is, just telling you that they've made less than they have Alan Turing on the silver proof. Membership voucher times the number of people watching. Swaps for 25, so that becomes 50. So they've made more Alexander Bell gold proof than they have Alan Turing, but they've made less normal silver and less Peatful silver. Interesting. Wow. Times the number of people watching times 2. 13 times 2 is 26. Rob Barnes. £5 Casper Cash. Or Cyberfish. Well done to Rob. Next up is IP Lambert. I was getting close, but I haven't had a cigar yet. You'll get there. Colin McGee. $20 Island coins. Stuart Skulls. Ten times Gibraltar. bundle. And again, as we all know, with this game, you could win 10 times on the bounce, and then someone gets a win on the old multiplication wheel and just creams it. Have you got the 2 island? Yeah, I got them. 10 island coins, 10 times island coins, and add to bundle. Yes, I bought 19 of them, so that means I get 19 pairs. But as you know, I did email and say you can cancel it if you like, and letting him know about it. And do you know what happened? Nothing. I didn't even get a thank you. Didn't even get a cheers, mate. Oh, thanks. But they'll be worth putting away because they will easily fetch. Once they sell out, they will easily fetch 30 quid each. John Warner. Off bundle will now zero it. Cool. Time to start another bundle. Get some of these for the grandchildren's. Sheet of coins. My youngest is 15 and he's definitely not interested in coins. Oh no. Eric Clark. Penguin coin. Next up, Royal Mint News. pushing me along. Times banknotes. Raw Mint blog now. Jeffrey Winklow. £25 prize competition credit for Jeffrey. Raw Mint coin. What I need to do is make a document that says offers, so that I then don't forget what offers I've made. Jeffrey Brinker. Raw Mint coin. Baker's dozen. Offers. That's what we want. Offers. And when I make an offer, I can write it down on my document and not forget it. I'm going to put another offer out there. Brucey Coombs. 10 times Queen Elizabeth II pennies. Chris Dyer. Chris Dyer. Suddenly it's all empty out there now. 5 minutes ago, full of mums and kids. That's empty. And there can't be that many kids at school because not many kids walk past the window today. Normally there's loads and loads and loads, but hardly any of them walk past. Pair of vintage prints. Pair vintage prints, which is 2 prizes. 2 times on a multiplication wheel. He's done me, isn't he? He's done me. So who saw the news last night? Did you see that coming? Did you think that was going to happen so quick? Both Sajid Javid and Rishi Sunak gone. And I believe, well, up until I was watching the telly last night, 5 plus 6 is 11 times 11 equals 22, Chris. 22 prizes on that one. Yeah, while I was watching the TV last night, up until I went to bed, there was another 3 or 4 ministers quit. I don't know how many have quit overall. I don't know what the paper said this morning. Wait till I see tonight's news to see how many have quit in total. But the House of Cards is literally coming down now. No, really? 18. I think they'll both make a play for PM when Boris resigns. Yeah, but can they afford to let somebody take over that is already being shown up to be lying whilst in government? 18 of them quit. Mind you, I mean, they wouldn't have liked it, would they? All them ministers over the last week, literally, coming out supporting them, going, he didn't know about Pincher, he didn't know about Pincher, when actually he did. And he was getting them to go out and lie. Pretend, I forgot. David Menham. And I suppose on a lot of things, he can be, you know, excused and you can go, well, all right, maybe he didn't quite remember at the moment he was asked what had happened a couple of years ago. But if he really had the nickname for the bloke, Pincher by name, Pincher by nature, then you don't forget that. It's not something you forget. The rats deserting the sinking ship. Yep, they're going down and everybody's saving themselves. 10 times 60. 10 times sixpence times how many, David? 10 times sixpence. And oh, I tell you what was classic. Nadine Dorries. Did anybody see that this morning? Oh, talk about classic. She does these silly things like go on and have interviews and get in front of the camera. And then she starts talking like she knows what she's talking about. But actually what she's talking is a load of old piffle because She doesn't know what she's talking about. I know that sounds a bit wonky. So 3 times for David Menon, royalmint.org next. So to give you, to put it in perspective, she's the one who's been trying to sell off Channel 4. And she did an interview, well, not an interview, she was called before the select committee, one of the select committees, with Damien Green. I like Damien Green. He gives them a hard time. He don't stand no nonsense. And his committee. And one of the committee had asked her this question about selling off the Channel 4 and everything. And she launched into this, it's right that we should be careful of the public purse. It's right that we should be mindful of what we're giving to them. Henry Long, well done. And when the government's piling money into a service and broadcaster like that, it's only right that we should get value for money. And she was going off on one. And she stopped talking for a moment. And the bloke that was, one of the blokes that was around the table asking the questions went, yeah, the thing is, Channel 4 doesn't get any public money. He had to tell her, and she's the culture secretary in charge of it. And he's going, £10 eBay, or this could be expensive. I know he'll swap that for Casper or Cybercash. And the bloke goes, yeah, the thing is, we Channel 4 doesn't get any public money. It's not the BBC. The BBC gets public money. They get the television license money. The Channel 4 gets nothing. Channel 4 is essentially run like a private enterprise, and it earns its money out of its revenue and its advertising. And her response to that was to then go, yes, well, and but that like that. And she was just 3 times 3 plus 6 is 9 times 9 equals 90 quid. Won it. Great USA coin hunt now. So she's got this habit of coming across like she hasn't got a clue what she's really talking about. But she comes across so forcefully, anybody not knowing would think, oh, she knows exactly what she's talking about. Look at the way she's come, what she's done. What was the other thing that she did? Michael Blockson. Oh yeah, it was one of the other MPs was going around. Either he was videoing them or getting them to do their own video and sending it to him of like this MP, you know, what their job is. So she's in front of the camera going, hi, my name's Nadine Dorris. I'm the culture secretary and this is what I'm responsible for. And she starts reeling off all this stuff that she's responsible for, half of which she's probably not responsible for. 30 random coins. Next up, westminstercollections.co.uk. One of the things she was talking about was the fact that she was in charge of making sure that everybody had this super fast, super safe broadband and that the internet was safe. And she was going on and on and on like that. And it's like, but we all know it's not safe. It's rife. It's not safe. There's nothing about the UK internet that's safe. So anyway, I digress. So what did she do this morning? Raining gear before opening mouth springs to mind. That's exactly what happened this morning. So she sends out a text. Steve Fraser. She sent out I've seen the tweet. She sent out this tweet because there's the guy called Nadine Sahawi or something like that. His name is. He's been defending Boris left, right, and centre, and he's just been made the new Chancellor of the Exchequer. I understand. And £5 Casper Cash for Steve. wwf50p.co.uk. And she sent out this tweet congratulating him, my friend. Congratulations, my friend, is how she ended the tweet, on congratulating him on being the new health minister. Ah, classic. In the old days, they would say things like, "Oh, you couldn't make this up. Oh, you couldn't write this for TV. You can." Yeah, so she was congratulating her friend who'd just been made Chancellor of the Exchequer, only the second most important job in the country, or the third, or whatever, or one of the top three most important, even if the first or whatever. Stuart Scholes. So I suppose the top jobs are Home Secretary, Prime Minister, and Chancellor of the Exchequer. So it's only one of the top jobs, and she's congratulating him on being the new health minister. It's classic. So then she had to delete that and then do another tweet congratulating him on being the new Chancellor of the Exchequer. Ah, you thought you had me there, didn't you? Hey, you was on the edge of your seat then, Stuart. You thought you had me. I'm sitting here looking at that and I'm thinking, go on, go on, go on, go on. RM coin. Which actually you have had me because it's your double up, isn't it? So either way on that one, you were gonna do me. You're either gonna do me for a double up or do me for a silver coin times 2. Next up, Zodiac 50p.com. Oh yeah, so the offer. What's the offer? The offer is, which I can't print off actually because I've run out of printing paper. We'll get some more printing paper. However, the offer though is if you take out a Hector, a George, or a Postman's Wheel subscription, either of those three, Hector, George, Postman's, if you take out a subscription for any of those, I will give you a triple whammy for taking out the subscription. And if you're lucky, your triple whammy will pay. You could win enough to cover your whole year's subscription. In fact, you could win enough to cover 2 years' subscription. Car coin. So take out a subscription, take out 2 subscriptions, you'll get 2. Take out 3, you'll get 3. And if you get issued more than one, what happens is you use one and then that comes off because you've used it up, and then the next one opens up. Then you use that one up and you just keep using it until it's used up, and then the next one opens up. Now, triple whammies are available for a week times 3. Gary is a +1. So that's 4 times 4. YouTube members now. YouTube members. So sign up to a Postman's, a George, or a Hector subscription and get a free triple whammy. Eddie Beck. Yeah, I'll have a look at that later on this week, Stuart, and see see what that is, because there's only a couple of people that this will affect, where they bought a yearly subscription and it wasn't actually a subscription. I did something wrong and it was just a sale. What are you going to get, Eddie? What are you going to get? Prize competition credit times the number of people watching times 2. So that doesn't affect you because you are a full Monty 4 now, which means you swap for £30 worth of raffle credit. So £30 times 2 is 60. This is your first big win. £60 prize competition credit. PCC times, and Eddie gets to add 4. Five plus 4 is 9 times 9. 6 9's 54. Well done, Eddie. YouTube Gold members now. Richard Brabin. Oh, I'll tell you something else I've done this morning. It's not something I'm that bothered about whether I sell or not. It's there as a service, really, or help as a service. But it's also a way of turning complete time wasting and stuff into earning, into profitability, like I normally do. Get my thinking head on. Oh dear, 3 times £2 coin times. I have a feeling Richard's going to really spank me here. So I've got a block list, but I don't put people on my block list lightly. I only put abusive people on there, or people that do silly things like you've got something for sale for 100 quid or 150 quid and they send you an offer for £1. Do you really need those kinds of people bothering you? 3 plus 4 is 7 times 7 equals 21 coins. I'll make that. Patreon members now. And I think to myself, do you really want those kinds of time wasters? And the thing is, people do it. I tell you, one of the reasons, not the only reason people do it, but I tell you one of the reasons people do it is because things can go wrong. You can make a mistake, right? What happens, and I've done this myself, what happens when you're rushing around and you click accept an offer, meaning to click deny the offer and refuse the offer. Now you try and cancel the sale, these people will give you a negative comment because they get really angry then, because they've got the item for £1 or 2 quid. No matter what it costs, they've had a right result, and you've now spoiled that. And it makes some people annoyed and angry. It certainly gives my goat a shepherd when they start playing these silly tricks. And also, there could be a problem on eBay. It happened on Amazon a long time ago, when loads of people got stuff for like a couple of quid. You get a brand new telly for a couple of quid. TGBCH funds coin. You know, you get a brand new TV or a laptop or whatever it was at the time. There was loads of stuff it happened to, and it was just a couple of quid. Some of you might even remember that. And there was this mistake by Amazon. And mistakes do get made. You know, I mean, how many of you have clicked on something on eBay? Say you might click on, I don't know, I'm going to use it as an example, but it isn't necessarily this. You might click on the button that says messages 6 times. And instead of taking you to messages, it takes you somewhere else. And you think, hang on a minute, I clicked messages. So you go back and you click messages again, or whatever button you've clicked to go wherever you want to go. You click it again, and it takes you somewhere else. You go back, you click it again, it takes you somewhere else. What we call a broken link. You know, sometimes the links are broken and therefore it goes to a page not displayed. Patreon Gold members now, and sometimes it will go through to another page. So you could click no, but it could be a yes. And once that's happened, you're buggered. It's like, oh no. And you've got to send it, because if you don't send it, you get grief, unless you're prepared to put up with the grief. So I've got people like that on it, time wasters. I call them absolute time wasters, because as a customer, Jeffrey Brinklow, and I tell them and all, I send them a message, I tell them straight. As a customer, you're about as much use as a chocolate teapot to me. You're no value whatsoever. In fact, all you are is a drain, because you're a drain on resources. Because I'm a business, a small business, and I have to pay sometimes for help that I get. And all you're doing is taking up people's time. Time that could be better spent doing something else instead of answering you, instead of dealing with your offer or whatever it is that you're communicating with. Changechecker.com. Oh. Times. So, and I'll tell them, I say, I've added you to my block list. Not only have I added you to my block list, but my block list is for sale. And I pass that on to other people. And you can find it over at payhip.com/Ian, which is my Payhip account. I have it up for £10 because I'm not interested in selling hundreds of them. It's up for £10. 4 + 3 is 7 times 7. But it's unlimited downloads, because the thing about a block list is it changes. And that's the £39 list done a little while ago with a Zodiac. For Monty members bonus. No, it's not. Pay it members now. So it's up for £10, and you can download it as many times as you want, because once you buy it once, you don't have to buy it again. You know, I could put it up for £1, and then every time you go and buy it, you pay £1. But I think it's cheaper in the long run. You pay a tenner. Tenner's better off for me. I'm not interested in the transaction for much less. So a tenner works for me. It goes out and it goes to selected people, and you never have to pay for an updated block list off me again. And what I suggest with this kind of stuff, what other people is there? So there's people like Ian Menham. How about the guy that uses his wife's account, gets himself bladdered in the evenings, and then decides he's going to go on eBay and be funny and be unpleasant, and so will give people negative comments and stuff whilst drunk, causing his wife issues. Got that one as well. People like that, you know, or people that have been abusive. They just email in, and they email in stupid, unnecessary stuff. It does make you wonder, 5 times £1 coin, what some of these people do. You know, what some of these people are on, in order to make them just decide to pick up their device or sit in front of a computer and Wah! Swear word, swear word. Wah! Swear word, swear word. You think, what, what's all this about? Block them. Not interested. Not interested in having you as a customer. Not interested in having you messing up my feedback. Times 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 times 7. Full Monty one now. And I've had a couple like that today, and I've had, and people get so upset when you take umbrage at them putting in stupid offers. I don't mind people putting in a low offer, and I don't mind people complaining when they're polite. What I don't like is when people moan just for the sake of it, or they're moaning and being abusive because they want to get something out of you for free, or they want to try and take advantage. I don't like all that. That definitely gives my go to Shepherd. Debbie Garvey, there you are, Debbie. Got a little something. So they go in my block list and all. And if you look on my feedback profile, I mean, I've had a couple of people. One person today says, well, look at your feedback. Ha, 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 see the sort of person you are or whatever it is. And like, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, yeah, I've done 7,000 transactions and I've got 22 bad feedback. I'm quite happy with that, actually. And then if you look at the feedback, the negative feedback that I have got, 115. Well done, Debbie. I tend to put an answer in when somebody leaves me a comment, a negative feedback comment. And there's quite a few times where you'll see that I've put an answer in and I've said there's no need for you to tell lies in the feedback. If you are upset because it's taken me longer to get you the item or whatever, that's fine. I totally accept that one size doesn't fit all. I'm going to upset a few people with the pre-orders. I'm not going to be able to get every single one of them on time. So sometimes it's going to go wrong. I get that, but I knew that when I did it. And so if somebody gives me a negative comment for it, I'm okay. I don't like it, but I'm okay. However, when they then add things in that are not true, just to make that feedback comment come across more like you've done something even worse than what you've done, then I get the ump with that and I think, well, there's no need for that. You don't need to do that. If you're not happy with a particular thing, £25 bonus. Free for all next. And I think, well, you don't need to be like that. And some of these people have cost me nothing, but some of these people have cost me a lot of money. And I think to myself, if there was a list available and I could buy that list and add it to my list for a tenner, would I do so? And I think, actually, yeah, I probably would. And so there's one thing that you have your choice on Michael Bloxham. So you have a choice when you block. If you go to your block list on eBay, you have a choice. You can allow people to still message you that are blocked, or you can stop them from messaging you. And I tend to go on, because I consider myself, not blowing my own trumpet, but I consider myself to be a decent-ish kind of guy, and I won't hold grudges forever. And when somebody apologises, when they wake up, smell the roses and realise what they've done, or they've done something or said something that's a bit wrong, first time number of people watching, so that'd be 25 for Michael. You know, when somebody talks and communicates with you and apologizes, I think, well, you know, that's fair enough. We all have them days where we get the ump, and we all have them days where we sort of will snap at somebody or get irate or whatever, and we shouldn't have done and didn't need to. So when somebody comes in and says, look, yeah, I take your point, I'm really sorry, I shouldn't have said this or I shouldn't have said that. It's like, well, okay, yeah, you're a decent person, you know. Can we have an agreement that if I ever sell to you again and you ever buy off me again and you're not happy, you will contact me first and let me resolve the issue before you go and leave negative comments. Mark Bennett. And if they say, yeah, that's fine, then I will unblock them. And that's a suggestion I sort of pass on to everybody, is that, you know, keep that box ticked that allows even blocked people to message you. Because if they message you constant abuse, you can just click a button and report that to eBay. They can't delete what they've already written. So eBay will throw them off and suspend them or whatever. £25 membership. Ooh. But it also allows for the opportunity of further dialogue later on down the line, and gives people an opportunity and a chance to sort of say sorry for offending you or whatever. Whereas if you just block them and don't allow them to message you, then, you know, you're not giving them the chance of ever resolving it again in the future. That's you deciding, that's it, I don't ever want to sell to you again for the rest of my life, which is your choice, of course. 3 times 3 plus 2 is 5 times 5. Super Wheel members. So if you buy a block list off of me, or off of somebody else for that matter, or get hold of somebody's block list, my advice is always don't just take somebody else's block list, use it, and then refuse to communicate with the people. I might have fallen out with somebody over something that you wouldn't fall out with them over, you know. So you've got to give people a little bit of leeway to a degree. That's why I say that if anybody was to buy my block list and you add it, still allow the messages, because some point in the future you might be able to resolve one of them to the skulls again, and then, you know, turn them into a customer, or they might have changed their ways, or he might have gone to Alcoholics Anonymous or something, you know. But I have a block list up there, and it's at payip.com/Ian. And as I say, once you've bought it, I will update that block list every couple of weeks or so. And once you've bought it, you never have to buy it again. You just re-download the next one, or send me an email and I'll send you the latest one. And that pays for my time in doing it. 3 times half crown times. Got a message battle for somebody today. If you give my details out, I'm going to sue you. Having a go at me for threatening them. I haven't answered them yet, but I shall be answering them this afternoon, saying I don't threaten people. 5 plus 6 is 11 times 11. I don't threaten people, I just do it. I'm not threatening you with adding your name to a block list. I've already done it. So sue away. And there are those people who shan't be named on the stream. They're in there as well. So I've purposefully made it. I had a good think about that. I think, and I made it £10 purposefully. A, because it's more expensive than an ordinary file that you would sell for £1 on purpose because of the information that's in it. And B, because when you get hold of it, it's not something that you're just going to bandy around. You're going to get hold of it and you're just going to keep it for you. And you're going to use it for what it's designed for. Lorna Jones. You ain't going to pay a tenner for it unless you're going to use it sensibly, you know. And I tell them that I've added them to the block list, so if they want to see proof of that, all they've got to do is buy it. One of those people, I bought a load of £2 coins off them, 10 times Ireland. How about this for a comment, right, from a seller? He actually sent me a load of abuse to start with, complaining about the price that I sell. It was the Navy ship. That's what it was. A couple of years ago, it was the Navy ship. He complained over the price that I had them up for sale for, calling me a crook. And I'm doing my usual and explaining, well, you know, it's the mintage that does it. I value my stuff based on the mintage. And I don't care how long it sits there. It could sit there for 5 years for all I care. 4 plus 4 is 8 times 8. And, you know, and he said they should only be X amount each or something like that. It's like £4 each. When we had those arguments over people going, it shouldn't be any more than £4 and that kind of stuff. And I bought a load off him. And when the parcel arrived and I opened it all and I checked them all, there was a load missing. I mean, I'd bought a load. When I say a load, I'd bought hundreds of pounds worth off him. And I said, well, if you're selling them at that price, I'll buy them, you know. So he sold me this big load and I paid him by bank account, etc. And Stuart Scholes does it again. I paid him, got the parcel, opened it up, checked it all. It's not right. And I checked it and double checked it. No, it's not right. There was something like, I don't know, quite a few, but it was something like 20 or so or more missing. And his response to that was, you still got a good deal. And my response to that was, well, hang on a minute. That's, it's not the point. You've sold me X amount worth. I want the number that you've sold me. I don't want a different number. I want that number. And coins. And he's essentially saying, well, you should still be happy at what you've got. You know, don't be asking me for extras, or not extras, because I wasn't asking for extras, but don't be asking for me. You know, if the mistake's been made, it's been made, but don't worry about it. And I'm not giving you a refund type thing. And that sort of gave my goat a bit of a shepherd, that did. And I thought, I'm not happy with that. And he refused point blank 6 times. 6 plus 6 is 12 times 12. And that's the memberships. Now we'll go over to George's drawer. And he refused point blank to talk by phone, even though I had his number and I'd sent him some text, and he refused to talk by email. He would only talk by eBay Messenger messages. And I kept saying to him, stop it. Oops, I spat at the screen there. I kept saying to him, stop it. Stop talking in eBay messages. They've got spiders. These automatic computerized spiders, they read the messages, they pick up on certain keywords, and they work out when somebody's doing a bit of a deal outside of eBay. And before you know where you are, that's been flagged up. Andy Walton, that's been flagged up, put in front of a human who actually gets to read it, and then voila, before you know what's going on, you're suspended. So like, stop it. Stop talking to me through eBay messages. And he wouldn't. And eventually eBay caught onto it with the messages that he kept sending me, Because I'd send him a message by text and the idiot would send me a reply by eBay messages. I'd send him a reply by text. He'd send me a reply by eBay messages, and on it went. eBay worked out very quickly. We'd done this deal outside of eBay, which is not condoned by eBay at all. And bang, suspended. Now, bit of an inconvenience for him, suspended for a couple of weeks, not being able to buy and sell. But for me at the time, that cost me over £1,000 a week. I was not happy, as you can imagine. So he's on my block list. People like that. And, you know, just one incident, Claire Alden Brown. Just one instance, just one incident can pay for it. So that's why it's priced like it is. And if anybody wants it, there it is. And just copy and paste. Okay. And leave the messages open so that people can communicate with you, to give you the option of communicating with somebody and taking them off the list. Unless you're just one of those people that can't be asked talking to anybody at all once you've blocked them, and therefore block them on messages. I have thought about doing that a few times, but I do like to give people a chance. Right, because we all make mistakes, don't we? Christ on a bike, I've made enough. Thanks very much, Chris. Thank you, Lorna. Thanks to everybody for being there. Thanks for watching on Catch Up. Don't forget, George's drawer, Hector's drawer, Postman's drawer. Take out a subscription on those, and for each subscription you take out, you'll get a triple whammy for free as a thank you. And don't forget, each subscription is a free entry into the draw for the big one. I'm going to call it a big one from now on, because I don't know whether it'll be a gold or whether it'll be something else, but it'll be a big one of something. All right then. Thanks very much. Bit of love out of my bucket. Bye for now.
British coin hunt, we got what you want. We got gold and silver, seems everyone's a winner. It's so elementary, you get one free entry every